In part two of today's Coach's Corner, Bill Shanks continues his conversation with Coach Jimmy Watts of Windsor Academy. Here they are with more on the Knights' plan for defense.
The Windsor Knights are hoping for a little bit better offensive showing this year. They were shut out 6 times, but a group of running backs could be the difference this season. Jimmy Watts is the Windsor head coach, and he joins us here in the Coach's Corner. You know, when you have a couple of players at running back along with a senior quarterback, I mean, that's what you have to hope will be very important. And you've got 3 guys, it sounds like, who could really help you get some good rushing yards in your offense.
Yeah, we've got all 3 of our running backs back. Ethan Duffy is our fullback. He's a senior. He's a workhorse. He does a good job getting behind his pads and gaining yards. Josh Brooks is a sophomore who's got good speed. He's got good knowledge for the game. He plays hard. And Dylan Bass is our other wingback, and he's a junior this year, and he's probably the hardest worker pound for pound that we have on the team.
That's good. That's good to have those kind of talented players. All right, briefly, the defense. A couple of those same players will be on your defense, but you're kind of looking for some help at linebacker. How do you think that's going to shake out for you?
Well, we're going to have some guys go both ways. When you're playing GISA small school ball like this, you have to have guys go both ways. We're trying to teach, especially at the linebacker position, how to come downhill and wrap up and make fundamental form tackles. And just have some guys step up to relieve some of those guys, because those 3 names that we mentioned, Ethan, Josh, and Dylan, all 3 play defense also. So they're going to need a rest sometime during the game, I'm sure.
And you feel pretty decent about your line of scrimmage right now on defense?
I tell you, first time in several years, we've got some size on the line. It's a nice change to have. William Owenby is a big junior. He's 6 foot, 220 pounds. Tyler Phillips is 6'3", 300 pounds. We got a new kid in, Tavis Malakias. He's a sophomore this year. He's 6 foot, 270.
Wow.
Moves very well. So you know, we've got a little beef up front, so that it'll be a good thing to have this year.
All right, you talked about the number of players, higher number of players that you have out this year, around 26 or so. A lot of those kids are inexperienced though, so I mean, it's kind of got going through the fire game by game. How do you think the mindset of some of those guys, and you have to rely on your seniors to kind of help those young kids?
Well, our seniors have been through it, and we're teaching a lot of leadership skills, not only in football but in life. We want the guys to take a lot of pride in what they do. We preach constantly about being coachable, and then we stick to the very basics, fundamental football. Where are we at now? Where do we need to go to get better? And as long as they keep going through those fundamentals and learning the game, I think in the future we'll be okay.
And the schedule's going to be tough, so that's part of it, right?
The schedule's very tough.
Very tough. Region 1 AA, John Millage and Gatewood will be very tough for this team. And the first game this Friday night versus Valwood. Coach Watts, thank you for coming in. Good luck to you this year.
Thank you for having me.
And don't forget, the End Zone with Bill Shanks begins next Friday, August 30th at 11:15 p.m. right here on 41 NBC.